10 times my wealth for one thing I'll never miss? Deal. Adebayo shook the stranger's cold hand, gold coins swirling between them, red eyes glowing. Excellent. In 7 days, I'll return to collect your shadow. Before we continue, subscribe to Heritage Story Hut for more insane African stories. You need to hit that bell, because I'm about to tell you why he should never have made this deal. Adebayo was already the richest merchant in 3 kingdoms. But it wasn't enough. He wanted more. So when that mysterious stranger offered him impossible wealth, Adebayo's greed made him blind to the danger. By morning, his wealth had multiplied 10 times over. Gold was everywhere. Adebayo laughed and danced, unaware his shadow was growing darker. By day 3, people stared. Children ran from him screaming, "Your shadow, merchant! It moves wrong." Adebayo looked down. His shadow stretched west while the sun was in the east. It pulsed and breathed. On day 5, his shadow warned, 2 days left, Adebayo. When a man loses his shadow, he loses his soul. You'll be an empty shell, breathing but dead inside. You traded your humanity for gold. Adebayo desperately tried to escape his fate. A deal with Death's collector is forever. Your soul stays with your shadow. They all said his last hope was an old, blind woman in a remote cave. She told him, "There is one way. Give away every bit of wealth you gained. Every single coin. If you're still rich when he returns, your soul is his." Adebayo stood before his mountains of treasure, his hands trembling. Give it all away to save his soul? Or keep it and lose everything that made him human? His shadow laughed on the wall. You can't do it. Greed is your master. On day 7, Adebayo ran, giving gold, building homes, and feeding entire towns. His shadow screamed in fury, shrinking with every single act of generosity. From sunrise to sunset, he gave until his hands were raw and his vaults were empty. At midnight, the collector found the merchant collapsed in the dirt of the warehouse. You gave it all away? For the first time, the stranger looked impressed. He studied Adebayo's face. You're the first in 1,000 years to choose soul over gold. The glowing contract burned away into ash. Your shadow is yours. But remember, wealth given in fear is still better than wealth hoarded in greed. A year later, Adebayo lived simply, rebuilding his business and giving away what he didn't need. He had learned the truth. The only deal worth making is one that costs your greed, not your soul. If you enjoy the story, subscribe to Heritage Story Hut. Would you give it all up? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.